Hello and happy Easter. Welcome to PBM Investments podcast for this weekend. A nice brief one, literally two parts to it. So the first part is just literally about the news of what's happened just before Good Friday. And also we're going to go through the performance, which is in the second part, of how the demo account has fared. Okay, so first of all, the news that you should be looking out for. So, as I've made a lot of you aware in the previous videos, Deliveroo IPO, long awaited. I didn't get a chance to actually put any money in the actual stocks itself. I was working on set, so I missed a couple of days to do that. And for good reason. I was very lucky because I did say that I was going to invest, but didn't do so. Anyway, 30% it went down by at one point when it finally IPO'd. Short sellers were blamed, lack of institutions getting involved in buying the stocks, whatever the case may be, it tanked. It actually became the worst IPO on the London stock market ever. Now, that's not to say that it won't rebound or recover. Sometimes these things dip and then they shoot off. But it's not a good start for the Deliveroo IPO. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it, see where it goes over the next few working days and weeks. Next, as I said to you before in the other videos as well, SPACs have actually fueled a bumper season of global mergers and acquisitions. It's actually the best time for IPOs and businesses to get money. 40 years, we have not seen this level of investment in mergers and acquisitions. $1.3 trillion has been passed through this mechanism to actually acquire businesses. So it's actually been pretty mad, especially from last year where we had obviously coronavirus, and COVID has actually made things very difficult financially, and there was quite a big dip. The rebound from last year has been quite astounding across the board on the UK and the US. But be careful. Whenever there's a lot of people spending money frantically, you need to be wary of people's greed and be very cautious moving forward. And again, I'll point to certain things that we can do to either short sell various positions or various indexes or various even currencies moving forward. And the last bit, Microsoft. They actually won a contract worth $21.9 billion from the US government. That's one of the largest contracts ever, and it's to provide them with 150,000 VR headsets to be used for the military government. So it's a massive contract, and be wary of that over the next 10 years and how that improves on the stock price as well. And that's literally it. That's the news for things that I think you should be aware of moving forward. Have a fantastic new year. Lovely outside, so if you get a chance, have a look at it, and I'll take care, and I'll speak to you in the week. And obviously, please subscribe to the Instagram page, PBM Invest, and also the YouTube channel as well, so when videos do come up, like the second part of this podcast, you're able to see it before anyone else. Thank you very much. Take care again. Happy Easter. Hello, and welcome to PBM Investments podcast, part 2. And we're just going to go through the history of the last few days of what's been going on the spread betting account. As you can see, just a demo account. We're in a profit on the left of 9,789, which I believe is an increase of about 4,000. So let's have a look at what's been happening over the last 7 days. Bear with me. Just taking a second. Here we are. So, as I said to you before, from the 31st all the way along to the 2nd of July, obviously take into account that we lost one day because of Good Friday. I want to just bring your attention to what's going on here. As I said to you before, long interest, short interest, stop borrowing. There's always interest on the positions that you acquire. So anybody who's looking to spread bet, there are no taxes that you need to pay on it, but you do need to be aware of if you are taking these positions out, there are daily charges that they do take for it, depending on obviously how much your size is and what it is. But let's bring ourselves to something very interesting, which is the US Tech 100. That position had reached its target price. So if you've seen before, and please do so, have a look at the previous videos. I did mention that I was taking a position on the US Tech, which is the basically equivalent of the NASDAQ 500. And it's literally been a profit of £576.50 at a size price of £1 a point. So opened at that price at 12,798.5 and closed at 13,375. So a nice little profit for the week, and it covers all the charges over the course of what's been going on for the last 2 weeks. A nice profit for this week, which is always fantastic. Anyway, we'll move on. Hello, and here we are to the portfolio itself. Now, there's been obviously a slight change because it was, if you remember, it was 16 positions or 14. Sorry, 14 positions, and then it became 16, and then we lost one. So let's go through what has been happening. So let's see, there's been a reversal. I believe Weir Group was down, but it's gone back up. So these particular four, Renishaw's doing very well at 750, should I say. And remember, these are the ones that I've put in place because of the quarterly review. So they're doing fantastically well. Let's move down to the ones that are not doing so well, which is Kenmar Resources, which is down £13 at the moment. For Imprint Group is down £200, and McFarlane, which was up last week, has gone down slightly at £4. But everything else is going in the right direction. Even Royal Mail, which I put down as to short by £10 a point, is going up slightly at 307. And again, most of these, as you can see, have either got a stop, or with the Bunzel all the way down to McFarlane, it's a yearly trade. So these trades are going to be in place for a year, just to test out a theory that I made clear to you earlier on in other videos. Please view those and listen to those if you want to find out the reasons why. Now, the two working orders I want to just highlight that aren't fulfilled are Vodafone Group. So may have got this completely wrong, to be fair to you. So let's just go into this one in detail. As I said to you before, if you looked at the other video, we just wanted to put a position in place just to see if it goes up or down. And I wanted to just go into it and find out a bit more about what has happened over the last 4 days. Because of how busy I get with writing and the acting, I don't look at this. I'm a swing trader. I don't look at this on a daily basis. I put the positions in place and I kind of leave it unless something dramatic happens. Either things go down very badly, but in this case, everything went up. So I'm just going to have a quick look at it. As I said to you before, with this particular graph, if you look at the other ones, I thought there could be a head and shoulders kind of positioning going down and up. But what it seems to have happened over the last 4 days is a consolidation. So it's literally gone up one day, down the next day, the similar sort of point. So it's not really triggered any of my working orders. All right, so let's go into let's go into the watch list. As I said to you before, I have a watch list in place, and I think everyone else should have a watch list in place of companies or indices or currencies or positions that they're thinking about taking on, but they're waiting for it to be in the right position so that they can make a decision. So it's much more easy to make a decision and do a trade either up or down. So let's go into our watch list and discuss that. Before I do that, I'm just going to close the two working orders down, because if they've not been fulfilled, I need to look into a bit more detail as to why they've not been fulfilled, and I can do that with you because it's still in my watch list. So I'm going to delete the working positions that I have at the moment, so you can just see there's only 15 positions that are active. So here we are, my watch lists, and we're going to go straight into semiconductors. As I said to you before in the previous videos, please have a quick look at them. They're all on YouTube and Instagram. Please subscribe if you haven't already, the big bell button at the top, and also subscribe on all the socials as well, so you can see all the latest videos and the progress on the various accounts and the positions that I put forward. With the semiconductor one, because there's a shortage of materials, I set up a semiconductor watch list of all the semiconductor industries or companies that might see significant rises or falls. So let's have a look. Let's get it going. First and foremost, advanced micro devices. Let's have a look. So this is a 5-minute ticker over the course. I think it was either Thursday. I think this is Thursday. It's the last trading day of the week. It's been pretty good for a lot of the semiconductor companies. It seems like things are bouncing back. So let's have a look at this to see what's going on. If we look at this again, this is a daily chart. So all of the things that you can see here are all of each and every day. So if you see here where I put the mouse line around here at 7425, that's basically the where it's bouncing along. A lot of the price is the floor, so it's the support. So it's tested it several times, but it's bounced back up. So there's some sort of strong strength around there that the prices want to go beyond. So on Wednesday, the 31st, it literally shot up. So where is this going? Let's have a quick look. Where's the next resistance line? Around here, actually, at 8367. See, you see here, there's touches here, touches here. There's quite a few touches around here before it either breaks through or bounces back down. So maybe there's a quick little amount that we can make through this. Quick little price. Let's zoom in. So there's 2 good days here, which means volume has been pretty good also, which is something I'll look into in a bit more detail. But as you can see, it's around here where it could be a double bottom forming. So it's going to touch, it should go back to that price again. And then it could be a strong indication of it breaking out or going back down. But to get to that price, it might be well worth seeing if it's worth. Let's have a look how much that candle is worth. So we're looking at, I would say, 56, 160 points to go up to around about. Is it worth it to get up to around about 400? It is. So we're going to do a trade because it's a 1-to-2 ratio to see if it's going to, because that's what you try and do, is if you're going to risk however amount of points, you want to try and make double the amount that you could possibly lose. So this is like a good 300 points, and I could risk losing 150, so maybe 1-on-1. But you'll find that out. We'll find it out once we do the order, because it does it automatically on IG. So to buy, because I'm fairly confident with this, I'll do it at £5 a point. Do the price level a few points away, up, around there. Put the stop to the candle, so the bottom of the candle, of the previous candle, which is, I think, 786. So we're looking at it being, what are we looking at it being? Around 300 points, and then we'll pop the other one 600 points there, and we'll see how it goes. But that's literally how we're going to do this trade. Again, thank you very much for listening and subscribing. We'll be back later on in the week after the bank holiday. Have a fantastic Easter. Take care of yourself and have a good weekend as well. All right. Take care.